Hey, what's going on, team? So there was a PPI report, which is the Producer Price Index report, and this pretty much just captures inflation, not on the consumer side like the CPI, but on the producer side, which is a great indicator for investors like you and I to forecast if even on the producing and or manufacturing side, if they're seeing the cost of goods go up. With that being said, it actually came in better than expected. So let's go ahead and actually start sharing our screen so you can see exactly what it is that we're looking at. So I talked about this in yesterday's video. And you can see right on over here, I'm going to pull this up real quickly. We came in at 9.8%. Last month, we were at 11.3%, and the previous highs that we've seen is 11.7% back in March. Our expectation was around the 10. We came in lower than expected with a 9.8. And the reason that this is so significant is, if I'm not mistaken, we were expecting a 0.5% increase. Not only did we not get that, we actually saw a 0.5% decrease, which was almost a whole percentage point better than expected. So again, now we're at 9.8%. So even on the producing side, it shows that inflation has possibly peaked. If you guys want to be able to do your own due diligence, again, as I would encourage you to do so, right? The goal is always to be self-sufficient. Go to bls.gov/PPI. If you're looking for CPI, here's a little hack. Instead of PPI, just put /CPI. So now that we are talking about that, one of the things that we are noticing, and we actually talked about this in today's live stream. I don't know if you guys agree. Let me know down in the comment section. You know, this PPI report came out 1 hour before the market opens. This is the overall reaction that we saw. Right at 8:30, we saw a nice drop and then a nice little pullback. But then we saw a nice little rally, kind of similar to yesterday's performance. If you guys pay attention to the report that we experienced yesterday, obviously a much more dramatic move. It gapped up. But with how significant the report was yesterday, you would think that the market would have continued to make aggressive higher highs and higher lows. But no, it almost traded sideways for the entire day. It wasn't until the last 30 minutes to an hour that we made new highs. But if you actually look at it, from the highs that we made pre-market to the highs that we made right before market closed, that's 6.69%. It's pretty funny, huh? I just don't get it. I don't get why we are not seeing that same bullish momentum or pressure that we've had with previous CPI data reports that weren't even that significant. And what I mean by that is, I remember even back in March and June, CPI data reports were not good, right? And yet the market gapped up 10 to 14% for TQQ, or even 4% plus for the NASDAQ. Now, what's going on, right? We only gapped up 8% yesterday, and we're trading sideways today after the PPI. And if anything, we're beginning to lose some momentum. So it almost looks like it's beginning to go bearish. One of the things that I wanted to show you is if you look at QQQ, we have to take a step back. One of the areas that I want you guys to pay attention to is back in, if I'm not mistaken, this has to be, February to March of 2021. We're at around that same general resistance range. And we've previously, gotten rejected at those specific levels. So what I'm looking for is, a lot of people pay attention to QQQ. Other people pay attention to SPY, which is the S&P 500. And you can see that last time, again, if I'm not mistaken, this was back in March, we're at that same resistance level. And then that led to another leg down. This is the fear that a lot of people have, is as we're getting very close to this moving average, is this finally going to act as a resistance level and then allow us to pull on back, which would not be a good sign for, most of our stocks, as they tend to follow the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones. So all I'm saying is we're reaching these specific levels. We can see with the RSI that the market's overbought. We've obviously had an amazing past 2 to 3 weeks of a consistent rally after tech earnings. Now, will the market continue to rise, or are we ready for a slight pullback? All I have to say is, I don't intend to add more to my long-term positions until we actually begin to trade above the moving average. So if we get rejected here, all I really view it as is another dip by opportunity to buy at a cheaper level for a lot of the positions that I intend to hold for a long period of time. You should never be scared of pullbacks. Pullbacks will always happen. You should encourage them, embrace them, because you know they're going to. I would rather be prepared than to be surprised. And that's the motto that I always try to lead by example with our Learn, Plan, Profit group. So you guys can let me know down in the comment section, do you think that the market's going to pull back, or do you think that we are on our way to breaking above that moving average on that day chart? Just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that I earned you a thumbs up in today's video. Friendly reminder, I do trade live every single day in the stock market exclusively with my Learn, Plan, Profit group. If you want to learn more about it and to see if it's a good fit for you, I encourage you. It literally takes 1 minute. Click the second link down below. Learn a little bit more about our LPP team. There's a video that will show you exactly how to get started, what is included, so there's no surprises. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and yes, you do get to watch me trade live every day. You get access to the HQ, you get access to the A to Z video lesson library, and you get access to our private Discord chat. 4 value pieces, all-inclusive, one-time payment, and yes, lifetime access. So if you have any questions about joining my team, just feel free to send me a direct message via Discord, and that's that first link in the description down below. I appreciate you guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.